Louisiana, and 2 is the record. Now, in the hair department, there have been 8 blonde winners, 9 brunette winners, and 1 redhead, the first Miss USA, Jackie Lockery, who's here tonight. 4 winners of the title have gone on to win the title of Miss Universe. They were Miriam Stevenson in 1954, Carol Morris in 1956, Linda Bement in 1960, and just a few years ago in 1967, Sylvia Hitchcock. Now, when a Miss USA wins Miss Universe, the first runner-up in the Miss USA pageant automatically becomes the official Miss USA. Now, it's time to hear the names of the second group of semi-finalists and get down to the real business of the pageant, which we'll do in just a moment after this word from Procter & Gamble's Biz.
Meet Mrs. Fletcher Allen. She's here for a biz demonstration. Are you taking a trip?
No. This is what my 2 boys in college bring home every week.
Uh-oh.
Dirty gym clothes. And these.
Well, biz soaks out a lot of stains that you can't wash or bleach out. Even stains that other pre-soakers don't get out. Let's soak them. Well?
Stains gone. And these look like new.
Try biz. Biz is better.
Patty, can you guess who this is? Well, dandruff. Oh, that's John.
Hey, how'd you guess?
Well, how did you guess, Patty? His dandruff is terrible.
It's that bad.
John stopped kidding himself about his dandruff, started using Head & Shoulders regularly, helped solve his dandruff problem, and he started seeing a little bird named Patty regularly.
Nice hair.
Head & Shoulders, for people who don't worry about dandruff, but ought to.
You've met our first 7 semifinalists. We have 8 more to go. Number 8 is Miss Virginia. And we're going to stay down in the South for number 9, Miss Georgia. Number 10 is Miss Maine. And lucky number 11, Miss Tennessee. Our 12th semifinalist among 15 is Miss New York. Next, Miss Arkansas. Number 14 is Miss Oregon. Only one more girl who has a chance to become Miss USA of 1970, and that girl is Miss Texas. Congratulations, girls. And Miss Georgia here is Cherie Stevens, and she goes to the Carnaby School of Fashion, and she's carrying a baseball and a bat, but you're a golfer, aren't you, Cherie?
Yes, sir.
Yes. How did you get started playing golf?
My boyfriend plays, and I got tired of sitting at home.
You're a golf widow, and you're not even married as yet. Was it your idea to start playing golf with him, or did he suggest it?
It was my idea. It's really boring when you sit home every Saturday and Sunday afternoon by yourself.
And you think that this is the way to hold your marriage together in the future, is that right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'll tell you what. The way she looks at me, she's so cute. I hesitate to say this, but Cherie, as a man who's been married many, many years, believe me, togetherness should end at the first tee. Really should. Thank you, Miss Georgia. Now, Miss Tennessee here is Donna Marie Ford. And Donna Marie, where are you from in Tennessee?
Trenton, Tennessee.
Trenton?
Trenton.
Uh-huh. Is Trenton a big city, a little city? What size is it?
No, it's a small town.
Just a small town. What do you do in a small town on Saturday night?
Anyway, we're just playing out,
If you want to. No, you can go to the country club or...
I think you're getting ahead of us out there. I know you're ahead of me. What'd you start to say, Donna Marie?
You can go to the country club or to the movie. But if you want to do something really exciting, you must go to a larger town close by.
All right. Thank you, Miss Tennessee. Now...
You won't dare.
What did you say?
You wouldn't dare.
I wouldn't dare what?
You're going to ask me how old I think you are.
We were talking about my age during one of the breaks in rehearsal, and Miss Arkansas, that's what she's referring to. Her name is Mary Jane Dial, and now you know, don't you, that one of the important things about becoming Miss USA is having tact, right?
Most definitely.
And when you were discussing my age, as you mentioned just a moment ago, that was not very tactful.
No.
How old did you say you think I am?
You want me to tell you how old I think you are?
Yes.
You're not a day over 31, not one day.
You have developed tact in the last week, I'll tell you right now. All right, Miss Arkansas, she's a bundle of enthusiasm, believe me. Now, Diane Swendeman here you met. She's already Miss Unity, and you're the sweetheart of the campus at the University of Texas, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Is that a pretty good job, Diane?
It's not much of a job at all. I must admit that only 5% of the student body votes.
Well, that's true. A lot of politicians in the United States say the same thing. What are your responsibilities as being as the sweetheart?
I am not certain yet. I was just elected, and I will reign perhaps next year.
That's just like a lot of the politicians in the United States, too.
I do hope to change the concept of sweetheart. I do think it is rather antiquated, and it could be more relevant to the issues and concerns of the students there.
Well, would you believe that? Thank you, Diane. I think you said that very nicely. Yeah. Hi, Laura Ray Smith, Miss Oregon. Now, you told me during one of our breaks in rehearsal that you're an athlete, right?
Yes, I am.
What sports do you participate in?
Well, I fence, water ski, snow ski, swim, girls football, basketball, just about everything.
And you told me that you're a better athlete, or you consider yourself more of an all-around athlete than a pretty girl?
Right.
Well, I tell you, you must be one fine athlete.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Oregon. Now, Miss New York is Christina Teft. And, Christina, you are the oldest of 7, is that right?
Yes. My mother used to always say the oldest and ugliest.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Then there must be 6 very pretty ones, because here you are as one of the semifinalists in our Miss USA pageant. Tell me this, though, now. A lot of folks in our audience probably have large families. Would you rather be the oldest or the youngest of 7?
No, I enjoyed being the oldest. I had a lot of responsibilities, but I also got a lot of the advantages that came along with being the oldest. I got to date earlier. I got my high heels first and my hose and so on.
Right now, the 6th one is wearing your old high heels, huh?
Right.
All right, thank you, Miss New York. Now, Miss Maine is Margaret Aletha McAleer, and she's a student at the University of Maine. And what are you studying?
I'm studying child development and psychology.
What have you learned about children?
Their problems.
How many years have you been in school?
I'm a sophomore now.
It's taken you 2 years to discover that?
Well, I guess I knew it all along.
Well, tell me this then, Margaret. Based on your studies, think back when you were a child. What's the best advice your own parents ever gave you?
I don't know.
Well, if you're smart enough to say that you don't know, you are smart enough. Thank you, Miss Maine. Now, Miss Virginia here is Debbie Shelton, and she won the Miss Pixable Award. And why don't you describe the Miss Pixable Award to our viewers? Tell them what it is, Debbie.
It means Miss Photogenic.
And the press photographers here in Florida
Voted on
awarded
it.
it to you.
That's right.
And you go to the Old Dominion University, and what are your hobbies?
Well, my major is art, so I like to paint and draw, and I like all sports, especially water sports, and especially football.
Well, one or the other. Are you a football player now, really? I didn't even pursue that. How come? How did you become a football player?
I just always played football when I was a little girl. I always played with boys instead of girls.
And you play football now at the school?
The fraternities have little sisters, and they have teams, and we play in that.
Yes. Well, you're the kind of a linebacker I'd like to have on my team, I'll tell you. Thank you, Miss Virginia. And there they are, our 15 semi-finalists. Thank you, girls. Miss USA of 1970, which one will she be?
The lovely lady next to me is the very first Miss USA, Jackie Lockery, who won the title in 1952 as Miss New York State. Now, has the pageant changed much since you became Miss USA?
Oh, yes, June, considerably. Of course, back then we only had 48 states, and we didn't have the facilities that the pageant offers the girls now. By that I mean we didn't have state costumes, and the gowns certainly was not as lavish as they are today. As a matter of fact, I won my pageant in a borrowed gown.
Really? Was there a question from the judges to help determine the winner?
Well, not really. They interviewed us for personality and for poise, and then they asked us what our hopes were for the future.
Oh, and what was your answer about your future hopes?
Well, my future hope, my answer was that I wanted to become an actress, and I did become an actress. I signed a contract with Universal Studios, and then I acted in many of their television shows and movies, and they've been very loyal to me, June. I'm going back to do a number of the television shows for them this season.
Good. Well, I hope you've had a good time here. We've enjoyed talking to you, and I'll be looking for you on television.
Thank you. You're lovely.
Thank you. And now, before we go on stage to meet tonight's special guest star, I believe we have a word from Duncan Hines.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving forever.
Well, at least take along a piece of this moist, luscious Duncan Hines cake.
Okay, but I'm still going. I'm never going back, no matter how good Mom's cake is.
Duncan Hines' exclusive cake mix shortening creates a cake so moistfully good, they'll always come back for more.
So moistfully good, they'll always come back for more.
Duncan Hines.
Since it's her first day, I brought her peanut butter.
I know you're being thoughtful, but I think you'll want her to have the brand we serve.
Mine's the leading one.
We've compared brands and chose Jif peanut butter. Here, smell yours.
So?
Now, Jif.
Smells more like fresh peanuts.
Taste Jif.
Tastes better. More like fresh peanuts.
When you compare, you see why choosy mothers choose Jif.
Now, while our 15 semifinalists are changing for the swimsuit competition, the Miss USA beauty pageant is proud to present one of the most exciting young singers on the musical scene today, Rick Nelson and the Stone Canyon Band.